Some videos need no introduction, and today I have the brand new offering from the guys at Callaway. This is their 2026 driver, and it is the Quantum. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Now today I'm mega excited about this because I think Callaway have been making some of the best drivers in the game time after time after time. Last year, they weren't all that good. I was a little bit disappointed with the Elite range, but now we have what looks to be some phenomenal offerings in the Quantum range, and today we're going to talk a lot about this bad boy because there's a triple diamond max offering, and this is something which I did a video on in the Paradigm range. Callaway didn't offer this to the public. I did a video on it, I absolutely loved it, and to be honest I was outraged that it wasn't available for everyone until now. So guys, first things first, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel if you are not new here. Please do me a favour and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done already. There's 4 different heads within the Callaway Quantum lineup, and today we're going to talk you through all of them. We're going to talk you through which one might suit you, which one might suit me, and which one might suit Bobby. There's even one for you, Bobby, in there. So there's a club for everyone. Now, lots and lots of technology to go at here. We'll go through that as the video goes on. As you can see, lots and lots of carbon, and even some carbon in here. Shh, I'm not sure we're allowed to talk about that just yet, but they have a new Tri-Force face technology, and that basically means a multi-layered face. They're going after ball speed, they're going after distance, they're wanting you guys to hit your longest drives ever. I must admit, I think it's the best looking Callaway driver I've ever seen. They've definitely gone back to the look of the kind of Paradigm AI smoke, especially with that forged triaxial carbon. It's not forged, it's triaxial, Bob, but let's hit some of the Triple Diamond Max, because the Triple Diamond Max is one of the clubs where, for me, I'm really pleased that they've managed to get this into the range. Triple Diamond's not very forgiving, and the standard one sometimes is a little bit big. Right, can we take on that bunker? First swing with the new Quantum. Straight off the bat, that's a fantastic drive down the middle of this fairway. It's launched nice and low, nice and penetrating, and for me that's certainly a nice opening tee shot. So when it comes to the different heads, if we have a look at these, we have the Triple Diamond Max, which we've mentioned already, and we have the Max D, which has actually been on the conforming list because some tour players have been looking at using that. So we have that one, we have the Quantum Triple Diamond, and we also have, Bob, the Quantum Max. You can see very different tech stories within these, and we will go through these as we go on, as we said, but I want to hit one more with the Triple Diamond Max because I think this could be a massive shout for my driver in 2026, because I feel like Callaway have listened. Callaway have listened to not just me, but people who want a nice, forgiving, low spin driver. And as that first tee shot goes, I'm absolutely buzzing with that. Let's try and launch it a little bit higher this time. Oh yeah. That's 2 for 2 with the Triple Diamond Max. And although we are going to spend some time talking through all these different heads for you guys today, that's a I've not made my mind up, but we're getting there. So this could very much be the season known as silly season. We see the new driver releases, we see people booking fittings around the world, and we see people who want to get a little bit more out of their golf clubs. So guys, comment below and let us know, what would you want to see out of the new, I was going to say tailor-made then, the new Callaway Quantum driver? What do we think to the looks, to the aesthetics? What do you think to the branding and the name? Because for me, Quantum, Bobby, what do you think of when you think of Quantum? Physics. Do you? I think of James Bond. It's bad that, isn't it? I think Quantum of Solace, yeah. Now, interestingly, we look at the technology in these, and we have Tri-Force face. So that is a quantum leap in distance from an advanced 3-layer face construction. It has carbon, it has poly mesh, and it has an ultra-thin, high-strength titanium. So it goes titanium, mesh, carbon. So Callaway claim a quantum leap in distance, but what about a quantum leap in consistency? There are our first 2 shots with this Triple Diamond Max head. It's the head that I think looks the best, and to be honest, if we're talking dispersion both front to back and left to right, 1, 2, 3.5. I'm very happy with those as opening tee shots. Let's continue. So I mentioned on the first tee about Callaway having a head for everyone here, and I do think I've always been a little bit sceptical of when we see numerous driver heads, but I do feel like here they are trying to address the fact there's a driver for everyone. So you can tell from above how different these look. We have the Max D, we have the Max, we have the Triple Diamond, and we have the Triple Diamond Max as well. So lots of different weight options here, lots of different flight options. I do feel like there's different options for forgiveness in people as well. We do have that 360 carbon chassis, which makes a return from the Paradigm. Now, I'm not going to bore you all with the tech at the moment because we are going to jump. We're going to do a little bit of a locker room section actually, which I'm going to start doing in my reviews to make sure that I hit every little bit of tech for you guys. So let's pick one. Let's go, should we go core model, Bob, I think? And we'll hit a couple off this second tee. Isn't it amazing how you can tell the difference between them by just looking at the crowns? You can see we do have movable weight technology in all these drives as well. This is an absolute game changer. We'll go through that inside because Numbnuts has forgot the key, Bob, realistically, but what kind of numbers are we going to get? We'll let these... Oh, what a lovely dog. That's like John's at Woolly, isn't it? That standard head looks really good, you know. I love how they've gone back to the look of... And I like actually how, thinking about it, they've kept the triaxial weave on the Triple Diamond versions, because in the latter ones, like the Elite, we didn't have that, did we? It was a carbon crown, but it didn't have the visuals of the carbon crown, so it didn't like look as good, I don't think. Can't believe how good that looks down at the ball for a normal head. Oh, Bobby, you seeing this? That's the perfect tee shot. We're into the wind here as well, so this, I think, potentially could be an outrageously good driver. We're going to test all the heads, like I said, and then we're going to have a bit of a recap through all the heads. But looking at that, even down here, we're collating numbers as we go along here. So that one spun a bit high, but it's still finished at 265, which on a high spinny one, it was dead centre down the middle. I do think that's exactly what you are paying the money for, isn't it? So guys, just a really quick one. As a lot of you may have seen, I've been using the brand new full swing kit for my numbers in the videos in 2026. I've been trusting it for testing. I've been using it to help enhance my game, and I've been absolutely loving it so far. I love the portability. I love the ease of use. I love that it can go in my golf bag, because I honestly think I've massively upgraded my numbers with this full swing kit. Sound and feel, it's a very nice kind of dull tone. Get that one again. Certainly easier to launch. You can tell with the two ball flights we've had there just how easy that is to launch, comparable to the Triple Diamond Max that we started with. Right, let's go and see where they are. That wasn't as consistent, funnily enough, so maybe from a consistent standpoint, the Triple Diamond Max may be better for me. Lots more swings to go though. Right, that is an absolute travesty. Somehow we've missed the fairway both times here with this Quantum Max head. We've missed one to the left, one to the right. In fairness, this is one of the most narrowest fairways at Lindrick here, but that's two fairways hit with the Triple Diamond Max and two fairways missed with the Max head. Guys, continuously get in those comments. Let us know what you think to these so far. Let us know what head you could see yourself gaming. On the next tee, we're going to go with... Oh, wow. It's time for the Triple Diamond. Now, interestingly, they come with a little sticker on them as well, so you can see here, this sticker is just a little nod to that Triforce face design. You can see it's a 74% titanium, 12% poly mesh layer, and then just 14% carbon. So you can see there just how exactly Callaway have gone with this, and the code name was Kona. Did you know that, Bob? Yeah. Code name there, because each driver has a code name in case it gets out. Unfortunately, the code name was a rather mid-sized Vauxhall family wagon, wasn't it, the Kona? Could have done better there, guys, really, but Quantum's better. We'll let you off. James Bond. Okay, so when it comes to tech in the brand new Callaway Quantum range of drivers, the big story here is about that face technology. So we have part titanium, part polymesh, and part carbon fibre, but there's lots of different heads here. So we do have, as you can see, all the different heads here. So we have the Quantum Max, we have Quantum Max D, we have the Triple Diamond, and we have the Triple Diamond Max. Big difference with Triple Diamond and Triple Diamond Max, we have the 360 carbon chassis, whereas with the Max D, and of course, there is a Max Fast as well, so that's a different head as well, a lighter head. But looking at the tech in these, they all feature that Triforce face. We have next generation AI optimized face design, so that's for consistent performance across the entire face, and we also have the clean, streamlined shape. Now, my favorite of the four heads is the Triple Diamond Max. So the Triple Diamond Max features the next generation AI optimized face design. It features a 360 carbon chassis. It also features a Tour validated shape, which is built for skilled players seeking lower spin and speed with added forgiveness of the 460cc. So I think that's going to be one of the big moves and shakers in 2026. Guys, comment below, which head would you go for? What do you think to this new design, and what do you think to that new adjustability at the back as well, where you can have that in a draw and a fade setting? Because I think that again could help club fitters around the world and golfers hit more fairways and become more consistent, which is ultimately why you're going to spend big money on one of these drivers. Now, in times gone by, this would 100% have been my driver of choice within the quartet that we have. Do you like that, Bob? Quartet, I've gone with it, haven't I? But it's not always been the driver that realistically I should have used. You see, I've always found the Triple Diamond driver to be actually more forgiving than people might think. And the bad shots I would hit would be a little bit toey or a little bit heely, and would actually see like maybe a 240, 250 carry, but the ball would run out to nearly 300 yards, especially in summer because we were getting lots and lots of run out. I hit loads of fairways with the Paradigm Triple Diamond, and the AI Smoke Triple Diamond was fantastic. I fell out of love with the Elite, and I don't know why, but I did. Are we now back very much so in love with Quantum? That could be the case. We're going to take on these bunkers here on the par 5. It looks good, but it looks frightening. I think now we have got the Triple Diamond Max, it really has opened up a whole new market for golfers who want to, this is going to sound really corny, but feel like a tour pro, but not necessarily play like a tour pro. Do you reckon that's the market we're after, Bob? Right. Wow. Wow, that's certainly the best drive I've hit so far, and that's really worrying because it wasn't necessarily the driver I was anticipating to get on with. Spin rate down there at 2,500, ball speed up in the 160s, that's really positive. And I think that's the shot, yeah, that's the shot I was telling you about. So pretty low spin, really good ball speed. I think we could launch that a bit higher and maybe play with the loft a little bit, but that's certainly up there with where I want it. Club speed at 108, which for me is pretty good, pretty acceptable. If we can launch that higher and get it carrying further, I think it could be a fantastic option. This sounds a little bit more high-pitched actually as well. There's no words. That's like, I've hit that so toey, that just doesn't deserve to do as well as it's going to do. That one spun a little bit more, ball speed was down, so I reckon that's going to be like a 270 total, which to be fair, I think is pretty good for the swing that I've put on that. And this is the relationship I've always had with the Triple Diamond version. It shouldn't be right, it shouldn't be real, it shouldn't happen, but somehow you get shots like that where everyone goes, ooh, great shot. And deep down, you know it wasn't a great shot, but it's going to go okay, and you're probably going to be past Gaz and past Chris and 100 yards past Brett, so you're doing pretty well. So once again here, if we talk consistency for me is a huge factor of why anyone might want to change their driver in 2026. Can't believe we're saying that, Bob. We're filming this in December just in case it snows actually, but you can see there two drives side by side. This is the driver for me which is like the exception to the rule, because I've said all along that I probably shouldn't be using this driver, and especially now with the Triple Diamond Max, I'm just going to kind of pull no punches. That's probably the driver I'll use this year. Is it? Is it? We haven't tried the D version yet, have we, Bob? Okay, moving on from what could well be the mistress in the quartet to the workhorse in the quartet. Now, this is a club that I think most golfers maybe should be looking at this year. This is the Max D head. Is it, Bobby? Because I've not looked. Have I picked the right one out? Yes, we have. The Quantum Max D, you can see, so we don't have as much adjustability on here because it is a draw setting driver. We still have a nice forward weight in here though, and we still have that Triforce face. We don't have the Soul Carbon, which we don't have in the Max version either, but on the top, you can't really tell. I don't think this has as much shelf appeal from that area. I think that looks a little bit cheaper, do you? But I do feel like it could be the club that most golfers should look at, because let's face it, a lot of golfers do still miss the ball to the right, still slice the ball. I'm not sure I'd be wanting to call this a Max D because of the Max Draw. I'd maybe call it something, I'm saying I'm going to call it something else. I don't know what I'd call it, so I'm going to take that back. You can see he's visually set up this to not go right, so we'll put that to the test and see just how good it is. because golfers just want to make it easier, don't they? Especially if you're spending this kind of money. A little bit of offset on the neck here as well. So, can we get some good numbers with this? Wow. That certainly felt solid. Felt really, really solid. That wasn't struck out the middle. That was struck a little bit out the heel. But again, a totally different sound there from what we're getting with the Triple Diamond and the Triple Diamond Max. So, really interesting. It didn't feel as nice, to be honest, but that's very, very subjective, Bobby, isn't it? Are you proud of me there? Because that's the first time I've managed to pull that word out of my head without asking you what I mean. The vocabulary is getting... That's not done bad. I mean, it's spun really high, which you would anticipate. What's it gone to? 260 total. So certainly not the longest that we've hit, but I do feel like from a forgiveness standpoint, if I can get that spin down just a touch, which is going to be difficult, but not impossible, we should maybe... You see how far left it went on the tracer, actually. Oh, yeah. And again, like that's got a little bit of fade on it. That's a 9-degree head, by the way. And that's done really well into the wind. Spin was down there at 2.6, 107 club, so not generating quite as much club speed, 278 total. So for me, I think people will be sleeping on this driver because they think it's the, what would Chris call it? The hacker's bat. Whereas I don't think it's that at all, because there were tour players putting this in play. That's why it was on the conforming list before the Max Head. The Max Head wasn't on the conforming list when this driver broke out. So I find that incredibly interesting. Let's have a little bit of a recap about all the technology in these drivers, and then let's put them all to the test together and see which one you should be spending your money on in 2026. Okay, so I mean, for the fourth time in this video, let's talk about quantum comparisons, because they're very, very consistent again, and this is probably the most consistent driver test I think I've done since I've started reviewing golf clubs professionally like this. And one of the real elements that I'm enjoying here is, to be honest, we're going to go and pick the balls up because they're not all over the place. We've hit really good solid shots, aiming down specific areas of the fairway with all the heads, and kind of hitting really, really nice solid shots. So let's hit one with each. Let's see which one goes furthest for us on one take and one take only, because I'm a big believer that you only get one chance on a golf course unless you're hitting a provisional, which nobody wants to be doing. So which one performs best under the gun and which one performs best for numbers? Let's find out. Okay, so this is the grand finale. I'm going to hit these clubs in order of the ones I prefer the most. Least favourite to most favourite. We'll see exactly what we get. We'll see exactly how many fairways we can hit, and exactly potentially which club I might have in my bag for 2026. There's so many good offerings coming from all these premium brands. I'm really enjoying testing these this year, and for me, I do feel like Callaway are back in the game. I mean, were they ever out of the game, Bob? Yeah. To be honest, I'm going to say it. The Elite, everyone I spoke to, it didn't really sell that well. I didn't really enjoy it that much. Right, should we take all these off so we know what we're doing? We've got the Max. We've got the Max D. You can really see the differences here with that movable weight technology and things like that on these heads. And then we, of course, have... I mean, they look so good, don't they? Those bottom ones, the Triple Diamond and the Triple Diamond Max, for me, I think they're the best drives I've ever seen. They look incredible. These are interesting. I think performance-wise, they did better than what I anticipated. I'm going to give them that. So I've got the Max D to kick off, just because I don't really think it's a driver for me. However, I feel like it should be the driver for most people watching this video. Right, one shot and one shot only. Tonight's the night, Bob. Right, that's the perfect drive down this hole. Nice big high draw, struck centrally, left-hand side of the fairway, finishing 155 ball. It's carried just over 250. And I reckon total, the Max D is going to offer us 282. I'm more than happy with that for a shot like that. I think spin rate, again, you can see 2.2 there. So we got a really nice desired spin. I got it nice and high out the face, which is exactly what you're trying to want to do with this Triforce face. I still think your sweet spot's more here than there, which might upset a few people, but right, Max head. This is the kind of the core head, 282 to beat. Looks a lot nicer, this one. Again, high out the face, that's a more central shot. I think ball speed is going to be down there. It didn't quite feel as good a strike. The ball speed is down. It's still carried over 250, 2,500 spin. 270 total there, 268 total. So we've lost a little bit of ball speed there. Maybe that Max D shouldn't be slept on now. Which one do you think's my favourite? Because I'm going to have to hit one and then the Max, 100% the Max. Like, I think it's opened up a whole new market for people, and that could be a bit of a game changer in itself for the guys at Callaway. Come on then, 282 to beat. Right, that's like me being a kid again. I actually felt like I cut across that a little bit, but it's spun a bit more. 2.8 spin, 277 total, so not quite as long as the Max D, which is shocking really for me. I thought that was going to be a really, really good one. 247, that was of course triple diamond, so there's only one left, Bob. Triple diamond Max. You can see how consistent they are throughout the ranges as well, to be honest. Very, very consistent numbers, all going very, very similar. Come on, have we got 290 total in us? That is such a solid tee shot. That felt fantastic. Ball speed's up around 160, and I think we might be on to something here, although the spin was a little bit high, so we're generating more spin there. 278. So interestingly, with those one takers, the club that performed best for me is the one that I said is the club that could perform best for you. Guys, if you enjoyed that review, make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. Lots more to come in 2026. I think they're fantastic. And apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Maybe not, because this was embargoed. 1 PM tomorrow, UK time. Goodbye. Off camera, I think we've got more in us, Bob. What do you think? Pump it, just send it. Get that footwork actually working. The fact I can hit it so hard and it goes so straight, because that was Healy again. What have we got? Oh, here we go. Consistency. What's that spinning like? There we go. 2000 spin. We'll have that. We'll have that, Bob. And guys, just to finish off again, you can see how close together all these drives are. So certainly a family of drivers for a lot of golfers, and certainly a head out there, I think, which could suit me, you, and even Bobby. Even Bobby. This was the Triple Diamond Max, I think, by the way, in the fairway.